it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Hey, cross field.
They'll run with Etienne. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass. Good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On first down, Howell. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Lawrence Cager, 28 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
Powell on the QB sneak. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. Under pressure, they got him again. Azeez Ojulari able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. 3rd and long, here's Howell. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Powell flush to his right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to put it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Bass is good. And then we'll open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying to field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Switch, yellow. Check right. Set,
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Seahawks at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Striker, 3-3. Ultra, go ultra.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some space here. And he's got this down to the 35. 160 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On the set. Strike. Check strike. And cycle. Smash. Smash.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point by Bass. And good. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They run it with Chandler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Powell throwing on first down here.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Trying to lay one up deep.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Powell. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Another throw for Howell.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Ty Chandler
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
We got this.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take the 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 15 now.
Powell. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in his first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but these guys are
on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was brilliant.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
on 2nd and 10. Powell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his passes.